everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Candace, a scientist turned rancher and an essential oil specialist. Today we're diving into a delicious and somewhat healthier treat, protein brownies. Now these brownies are really rich and fudgy and they come together quickly in one bowl. They're flourless, naturally sweetened, and have 7 grams of protein per brownie. You can even use almond milk for a dairy-free version. So stick around to see how my family reacted when I served these up. Spoiler alert, they couldn't get enough. Don't forget to stick around till the end because I have a new conversion guide that I think you guys are going to want to download. Okay, let's get started. Here's what you'll need. 1 cup of a creamy peanut butter. You can use any nut butter you want. 2 large eggs. I have my homegrown ones here. 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup. This is the one I use. 1/4 cup of milk. Now I'm using regular milk. You can use almond milk for a dairy-free version. I'm going to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1/2 cup of chocolate protein powder. I like this one. This is my favorite, and because it's from a company I really trust for their ingredients. 1/4 cup of cacao powder. I get mine on Amazon. Then you're just going to use a dash of salt, some baking powder, and 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. You're going to want to heat your oven to 350, and I'm really doing this as a favor to you guys today. Just kidding. I'm doing it for my family because they've been whining about wanting some dessert. But we don't have air conditioning in our, not central air on the ranch here, so firing up the oven is going to be a fun time. But like I said, the family really does want some chocolatey dessert. And this one is a much healthier option than what I would have made several years ago. First off, we're going to add our peanut butter or almond butter, whatever nut butter you prefer. We're going to put that in a large mixing bowl. Then we're going to add our maple syrup in. So this is our natural sweetener for this dessert. We're going to add 2 eggs. And I have these yummy homegrown ones here. We're gonna add our milk. Now I've got regular organic milk here. You know, you can add almond milk and that would make this completely dairy-free. And then I need to add a teaspoon of my vanilla. And I'm going to whisk all this together. And if it's a little dry on the dry side, you can add another splash of milk because it is gonna be kind of thick. While I'm whisking, I'm gonna tell you a little story about, I had someone on one of my YouTube shorts that was upset about one of my videos that I had tricked my family into eating a healthy ketchup. So, you know, I live 70 miles from the nearest grocery store and I cook all the time. We can't just run down to McDonald's or whatever and grab something to eat. And I get tired of the same recipes all the time. So I like to try new things, and my family's fine with that. They love it, actually, when I try new things. And we have a thing in our house called if it's repeatable. So if I make any kind of new recipe, whatever it might be, I always ask, is this repeatable? Now this one, I have to tell you, it says repeatable, and then it says Reese's. So they actually loved it and said that it tasted like Reese's. All right, I've got this mixed up really well. Now we're gonna add those dry ingredients. So we're gonna add in that protein powder. I like doTERRA's, like I said, I trust that company to have really good, wholesome ingredients in their protein powder. And then I'm gonna add the cacao powder. Now you could just use regular cocoa powder. I like the cacao powder better. And then we need to add in just a little bit of salt, just a dash of salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder. I always kind of round mine up so that when they bake, it kind of fluffs up a little bit more. Oh man, this is looking gooey. It smells so good. Now we're just gonna fold in our chocolate chips into the batter. And then I'm gonna put it in a greased 8x8 pan. You can grease it with whatever you want. I use lard that I make myself. I'm not a big fan of vegetable oil or the Pam sprays or whatever, but whatever you need to do. Look at how gooey and fudgy this is. This is a really delicious recipe. And it's so easy. It just takes a few minutes. And now I'm going to get this in the oven and set the timer to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. I'll be back after they're done. And that's the magic of these brownies. They taste really indulgent, but with a really bit of a healthier twist. Okay, our brownies are out of the oven. Check this out. They smell amazing. Now make sure it cools completely before you dig into them. You don't want to burn your mouth. Just look at that ooey gooey goodness, and it just tastes like such a great brownie. Now before we wrap up, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to doTERRA's chocolate protein powder. It's my go-to for recipes like this because it's really high quality, it tastes amazing, and it really adds that perfect chocolate flavor without any weird aftertaste. It's also excellent in smoothies. These brownies are so good, and they were just super easy to make. So you can whip them out in no time for your family. Again, they are family approved. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our delicious, healthy recipes. And don't forget, I have a new free guide for you to download in the show notes below, converting essential oils to spices. You'll love it. Go check it out. And let me know in the comments. I would love to know if you make this recipe, if your family enjoyed it, and how you liked it. So let me know. I really would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.